Aloha kako, everyone. This is Pastor Ben Sheets of Lanai Union Church and a member of the Innovation and Engagement Missional Team for the Hawaii Conference. This fall, the Innovation Engagement Team has been hosting a number of ministry labs where we have conversations to inspire and provoke congregations in our conference to be the churches that God is calling us to be in the future. And one of those conversations, one of those ministry labs, was with Associate Conference Minister Jonathan Roach, where he presented on demographics and other daring faith conversations. And he showed us how to use a really powerful tool called the ARDA, which stands for the Association of Religion Data Archives, and how to find the demographics of our congregations and ministries and the communities in which they serve. And by knowing this information, we can be better discerners of what God might be up to in our midst. Just to highlight that having this information, having the demographics, is not the end of the story, but helps us interpret the story, help us understand more deeply what God is up to and where we might be called to serve, love, and proclaim God's reign. So with that, let's dig in. You can see I have my web browser here. You're going to go to the website, thearda, thearda.com. And across the top, you'll see U.S. religion, world religion, data archive, research, teaching, and what we're going to do today is go to congregations. When you hover over that and bring your mouse down to this nice picture of hands in a circle, click on the Profile Your Community button right below that. Here we're at our Community Profile Builder. Enter your zip code of where your ministry site is located. So I'm going to enter mine, which is 96763, and create a profile. It zooms right in on that zip code, and we can see little old Lanai here. Now we're going to build our profile. So we found the zip code, that's step one. Step two is to enter the radius. That's how far around your ministry site do you want this information to be focused on. So because we're on Lanai, I'm just going to say 1 mile. There's not much more to it. And then this is where some people, including myself, have trouble, is that we forget that we then have to click on the map and center a point on where we want the information to be. And so a 1 mile radius pretty much gets all of Lanai. And then you can adjust that. So if I clicked over here, it would center it there. So that might be more important for congregations in that more densely populated area. Once you do that, you can go ahead and click on step 3, build profile. And within seconds, you have a community profile, a little bit more information on the trends of what's going on in your communities. Who are the religious groups? How many congregations are there? What are the adherence rates? Which ones are growing? Which ones might be shrinking? Information on housing, where people lived a year ago, and do you have people moving in or moving out of the community? Housing, rent, how much the average house costs, the age of that housing, income, education. So lots of information. Ages. Do you live in a community that has a lot of young children, or is it mostly older folks? And that will help you do that good discernment work of what God might be calling your congregation and your ministry into. You can download this information in different formats, whether CSV, Excel, PDF, or just go ahead and print it. You can even just copy it and paste it into a document that you're working on for each of these little subsections. Remember, this is not the end of the story. As Jonathan says, data-driven decision-making is not about reducing people to data points or ignoring the voice of our still-speaking God. Rather, it is about equipping church leaders with the insights to better understand and serve the people entrusted to our care in this time and in this place. This includes examining trends, geographical mapping, demographic profile, community needs assessment, cultural sensitivity, and strategic planning. There will be a link to Kahu Jonathan's presentation on this information on how to use this information faithfully on the Innovation and Engagement Missional Team's website, on the conference website. So you can find those questions in the comments that he made to help you work through this material. Thanks for stopping in and being a part of what God is up to in your own community.